Hello, this is Joanne today, and I have a request for somebody who wants to know how to make wreaths, but in faster motion on a much shorter video. So for those people, I have some of these boughs, some of this kind of fir, and it's a little smaller, but really dense, and a whole bunch of juniper berries. And then I have some little red balls, some bells, and a bell. So I'm going to fix this up. What I've done today is gotta set my camera up here. Sorry about that. So what I've done is this wreath has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cross members, or 9. I took a wire and the cross member, I went under it crosswise, crossed it over, wrap it around here, and then under, and just wrap down that end. So these wires are all ready to go. And I am going to take, I am not sure if I can do this without gloves, but I'm going to try. So I am going to start with this. And I might, actually, I'm going to wind these in, and most of these juniper I am going to hot glue in. But I'm going to take this bunch just like this. I wish I could get that a little higher. I'm going to try. Just in case I pick it up like I normally do. Oh. Okay. Now I took these 3 little boughs and I am going to lay them right over this wire, about 2 inches longer than where it's at. I'll lay that aside a minute. And if I take this and put these in here like this, then I can wrap this wire right around these bottom stems. And I can pinch them in. Now I do like these kind of wide because we want them to cover up all 3. So because I laid that one with this bottom one out further, I am going to go ahead and lay this like this. Actually, this one here will do great. Okay, so once again, and I'm wrapping this around the center one, so it's really snug. Oil the pine boughs. And I can always wrap this a little higher if I don't think I got enough of it in there. And if I want some of it to stick out further, I can always wrap it so that it is below the pine needles that are sticking out, so that they'll still stick out. And I can wrap them in with something else later. So I am going to go ahead and tie this off on the little cross member there. And if there's anything up here I need to tuck down, I can do that. When I'm all done, like I said, I am going to take these so I don't lose all the berries. And I am going to add them when we're done. Wow, that was way too big. Okay. Okay. I wrap this under, whoops, you can see it. I'm wrapping it over here and around this wire, just to kind of keep it in place. If it's too mobile, then it can run around on us, and we don't want it to do that. So, let's see here. I can wrap that out there. If I want to stick something else in it, I can do it. I cut these down a little shorter because I'm used to using them a little shorter. But maybe if I'm in a habit of, or if I tried this, with these little fuzzy guys, about lost it there. Okay, so I want to put more of those along the outside this time. And this guy in the inside. And I think I'm going to put this down there because some of these are just a little shorter. It's leaving too much space between. Now this wire that's here, I can take it and wrap this stem that's up here. And that is exactly what I will do up here to fill in this space. But for the sake of those who want a really short video, I'm going to do my best. And I'm still only going through and just wrapping this on the center layer. And if you can, with this really stiff wire, if you can make a few wraps around there, you don't have to tie it in a knot. This is a really fluffy, fuzzy one. So fluffy, it's hard to get through. Okay. I'm going to leave that wire just in case we want to tuck something else into it. There's our geese. They move in for the winter. They like to winter here in Colorado. It's Canada goose, actually. Some people get really upset if you call it Canada geese. But it's the one goose that plural is not geese. So I'm getting there. There we go. I was going to say somewhere here I should have one more of those little guys. Well, I'm going to have a lot of holes poked in my fingers here. Okay, now, because there's space here, I don't want there to be space. And this one here actually is another one that I don't have anything on. But I want to go ahead and wire down a piece of this there. And I'm actually going to snug that down to the center one, or the inside wire, because I have this last wire here. So we have a lot of this, some of this, and I think sorry, I don't mean to be bumping my camera stand, but okay, got a few more of these little fluffy ones, and just a few of these guys left. And I can cut them smaller if I need them. But let's see what we need here. I am going to use this piece. Some of those pieces are pretty fluffy in the center. And I don't want to bother them, but I do want to keep this wired to the center post because it will look a whole lot better. And if it's not going through 3 wires, it will be a whole lot tighter. There we go. Try not to stick myself, but get it wired really snug to the center. Now I can go over here to this one and just kind of wrap it really tight. So now our wreath is pretty full, but it needs a little more finesse and these berries. I'm going to heat up my hot glue gun and I'll be right back. Okay, Now, my hot glue gun is done warming up. I saved a few. I cut a few little boughs like this, little ones, to fill some spots. But first of all, I want to find a good spot to put these, and I am going to run the hot glue down the stem. And then got one going in, one going out. Can do a smaller one here. And I just want to kind of fill the spaces that are just a little too open. There's kind of an opening here that's thinner. And you could go through and tie these, but I just want you to see how to be able to do it if you want to speed it up a bit. And the birds will find this wreath, and they will be really happy with these juniper berries. So you don't want to glue them, all the juniper berries, to the wreath. I'm going to put a little in there. And this branch I like, but it's just too much. So that would be a really good place for this one to go that I cut off. And this is a pretty long one, but it has a pretty long space down here. So I'm going to, these little ones, you just gotta help them stay in. So there's pressure on them. Ouch. I'm sorry. I want this one a little thicker, but not quite that much. There we go. You can kind of move them around a little bit. The wire's holding them snug, but that doesn't mean it'll hold it so it can't move. Some more juniper. These little berries are so pretty, and they smell so good. It smells like Christmas. Okay, they're spaced pretty evenly. There's still some places that would be good to have some extra color. Let's see. I think we need it over here. We'll save this just in case we see another place where we really think we need it. In the meantime, we are going to, actually, I think I see a place for it. Okay. Good chance that's gonna stick a few berries to it, but there we go. Now, to add a little color, these have a pretty stiff wire. I can get it through there so I can grab a hold of it. There we go. There we go. These you just tuck in here and there. They don't all have to be standing out in the open and front and center. It actually looks a lot better if they're kind of tucked in their places. More hot glue needed. This one kind of has a wire on there, but I am going to glue it to that end of the wire. somewhere here I will put a bow. Now this is a little couple bells decoration that I got, oh man, a few years ago. A person could tie it to something. But this spot up here seems to be a little bit thin. So here is my wreath. Hang on a minute. I am going to hang it soon. Here is my wreath. Being my own reflection. Anyway, can put a bow. I do have some red ribbon, but for now, that is my wreath. And I will post this, and hopefully it meets the quicker or shorter video. Have a great day. Bye-bye.